Hello, my fellow basketball lovers and New York City March Madness fans. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Timeless New York City. Here, I dive into everything about the Big Apple, celebrating its rich culture, history, and vibrant spirit. My name is Lena, and today I am diving deep into the heart of New York City's basketball scene, exploring the electrifying evolution of March Madness right here in the Big Apple. From its humble beginnings to the powerhouse spectacle it is today. As I worked on this video, I found myself in the warm memories of taking my son to basketball practice on early Saturday mornings during his childhood. His happiness in those moments still sparks conversations between us to this day. Now a mature young man, he still goes to practice on the weekends. I lovingly dedicate this video to him and to wish him a happy birthday. You have brought me so much love and joy, and I am so proud of you. Love, Mom. So now join me as we take a journey through the decades, tracing the roots and the rise of this iconic tournament. Our first decade, the 1930s to the 1940s, birth of a tradition. Our story begins back in the 1930s when the seeds of March Madness were first planted in the bustling streets of New York City. At this time, basketball was already gaining popularity across the country, but it was in the Big Apple that the sport truly began to thrive. Local colleges like City College of New York and New York University dominated the basketball scene, captivating audiences with their fierce rivalries and unmatched talent on the court. During this era, basketball games became a spectacle, drawing crowds from all walks of life to packed gymnasiums and arenas. The rivalry between City College of New York and New York University in particular reached fever pitch, with each matchup treated as a citywide event. The intense competition fueled a passion for the sport unlike anything seen before, as fans cheered on their favorite teams with unwavering loyalty. The pinnacle of this era came in 1943, when City College of New York etched its name into the annals of basketball history. In an unprecedented feat of athleticism and skill, the City College of New York Beavers accomplished what many thought impossible. They won both the National Collegiate Athletic Association and National Invitation Tournament championships in the same year. This remarkable achievement solidified City College of New York's status as a basketball powerhouse and brought national attention to the thriving hoops culture in New York City. However, amidst the glory of victory, dark clouds loomed on the horizon. Scandals and controversies rocked the college basketball world, tarnishing the legacy of City College of New York's historic double championship. In the aftermath of City College of New York's historic double championship win in 1943, it was discovered that several players and coaches had been involved in point-shaving schemes and receiving illicit payments from gamblers. The aftermath of these scandals cast a shadow over the sport, serving as a cautionary tale of the temptations and pitfalls that come with success. Nevertheless, the spirit of March Madness in New York City endured, fueled by the passion and dedication of players, coaches, and fans alike. As we move forward in our journey through the decades, we'll see how this passion only continued to grow, shaping the landscape of basketball in the Big Apple for years to come. Our second decade, the 1950s to the 1960s, the golden age of New York City hoops. As we transition into the 1950s and 1960s, New York City's March Madness soared to unprecedented levels of excitement and allure. This era witnessed the emergence of basketball legends whose names would echo through the ages. Among them was the towering presence of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, known then as Lou Alcindor, whose graceful maneuvers and unstoppable scoring prowess mesmerized crowds across the city. Madison Square Garden, already an iconic venue, transformed into the epicenter of basketball frenzy during this golden age. The Garden's hallowed halls bore witness to some of the most thrilling matchups in basketball history, as teams battled for supremacy on the hardwood. The roar of the crowd, the squeak of sneakers on polished floors, it was an electrifying atmosphere unlike any other. New York City itself became synonymous with hoops culture during this time, drawing top talents from every corner of the country. From the playgrounds of Harlem to the courts of Brooklyn, young aspiring athletes honed their skills, dreaming of one day making it big in the city that never sleeps. The streets buzzed with the sound of bouncing basketballs and the chatter of hopeful fans. As the sport embedded itself into the very fabric of urban life, the allure of New York City's basketball scene extended far beyond its borders, attracting attention from across the nation and beyond. College recruiters scoured the city in search of the next basketball prodigy, while professional teams eagerly courted top talent to don their jerseys. The Big Apple had become a mecca for the sport, its courts serving as a proving ground for the best and brightest in the basketball world. As we reflect on this golden age of New York City hoops, we are reminded of the indelible mark left by the players, teams, and fans who contributed to its legacy. Though the decades may pass and the game may evolve, the spirit of March Madness in New York City will forever remain a testament to the enduring power of basketball to unite and inspire. Our third decade, the 1970s to the 1980s, rise of streetball and urban legends. The 1970s and 1980s marked a dynamic shift in New York City's basketball landscape, as the rise of streetball culture breathed new life into March Madness. Asphalt courts across the 5 boroughs became battlegrounds, where raw talent clashed and urban legends were born. These gritty playgrounds, adorned with graffiti and chain-link fences, became the proving grounds for a new generation of basketball phenoms. At the heart of this urban renaissance were players like Earl the Goat Manigault, whose gravity-defying dunks and flashy ball-handling skills captured the imagination of fans citywide. Manigault, a local hero hailing from Harlem, became a living legend whose name would echo through the annals of basketball history. His exploits on the court were the stuff of urban folklore, inspiring countless aspiring ballers to dream big and reach for the stars. But Manigault was just one of many larger-than-life characters who graced the blacktops of New York City during this era. From Rucker Park in Harlem to West 4th Street in Greenwich Village, playgrounds buzzed with energy as players showcased their signature moves and competed for neighborhood bragging rights. The games were fast, fierce, and unforgiving, with every possession hotly contested, and every basket celebrated like a championship victory. While streetball thrived on the blacktops, college basketball continued to captivate audiences on the national stage. Schools like St. John's University and Syracuse University emerged as powerhouses in the National Collegiate Athletic Association tournament, showcasing the talent and tenacity of New York City's collegiate athletes. Their success served as a source of pride for the city, reaffirming its status as a breeding ground for basketball greatness. As we look back on the rise of streetball and urban legends in the 1970s and 1980s, we are reminded of the indelible impact that basketball has had on the cultural fabric of New York City. From the playgrounds to the arenas, the spirit of March Madness thrived, uniting communities and inspiring generations of players to push the boundaries of what's possible on the court. And as we'll see in the decades to come, this legacy of passion and perseverance continues to shape the future of basketball in the Big Apple. Before we delve into the next decades, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribing to my channel, and leaving a comment below. Your feedback fuels my passion to create more content like this, and your support means so much to me too. So let me know what you think. Our fourth decade, the 1990s to the 2000s, globalization and modernization. Entering the 1990s to the 2000s, March Madness in New York City underwent a transformative shift, embracing the forces of globalization and modernization that were reshaping the world of basketball. The rise of televised games catapulted New York City hoops onto the global stage, as the electrifying energy of Madison Square Garden and other iconic venues was beamed into living rooms around the world. From Tokyo to Tel Aviv, basketball fans tuned in to witness the magic of New York City's hardwood heroes. But it wasn't just the exposure to international audiences that defined this era. It was also the influx of international talent that added a thrilling new dimension to the city's basketball landscape. Players from across the globe flocked to New York City, drawn by the allure of competing in the epicenter of hoops culture. Their diverse backgrounds and unique playing styles enriched the fabric of New York City basketball, creating a melting pot of talent unlike anything seen before. Among the standout figures who ascended to prominence during this era, Stephon Marbury emerged as a local luminary. Born and raised in Brooklyn, Marbury captivated the basketball world with his electrifying talent and undeniable charisma. Known for his lightning-fast handles, pinpoint passes, and fearless drives to the basket, Marbury quickly became a fan favorite in New York City and beyond. Another standout figure who rose to prominence during this era was Carmelo Anthony. Hailing from the streets of Baltimore, Carmelo quickly made a name for himself as one of the most dynamic and talented players of his generation. With a lethal combination of scoring ability, versatility, and basketball IQ, he captivated audiences and earned widespread acclaim both on and off the court. Together, Marbury and Anthony helped to further cement New York City's reputation as a breeding ground for basketball greatness, showcasing the talent and tenacity that defined the city's hoops culture. Their success on the court served as a source of inspiration for countless young players who dreamed of one day following in their footsteps and making their mark on the world of basketball. As we reflect on the globalization and modernization of March Madness in New York City during the 1990s and 2000s, we are reminded of the city's enduring legacy as a basketball powerhouse. From the playgrounds to the professional ranks, the spirit of New York City hoops continues to thrive, driven by a passion for the game that knows no bounds. And as we'll see in the years to come, the story of basketball in the Big Apple is far from over. It's just getting started. Our fifth decade, the 2010s to the present, from tradition to innovation. In recent years, March Madness in New York City has undergone a profound evolution, embracing both its rich tradition and the innovative spirit of the modern era. The advent of social media and digital streaming platforms has revolutionized the way fans engage with the tournament, breaking down barriers and bringing the excitement of New York City hoops to audiences around the globe. No longer confined to the confines of traditional media, March Madness has become a global phenomenon, with fans from every corner of the world tuning in to witness the drama unfold. But it's not just about reaching a wider audience. It's also about fostering a more inclusive and diverse basketball community. Grassroots organizations and initiatives have sprung up across the city, working tirelessly to promote diversity and equality within the sport. From youth programs aimed at empowering underserved communities to initiatives focused on increasing access for girls and women, these efforts are helping to ensure that basketball remains a game for all. Today, the spirit of March Madness lives on in every pickup game played on the city streets and every buzzer beater shot in high school gyms. It's in the infectious energy of the crowds that pack the stands at iconic venues like Madison Square Garden, cheering on their favorite teams with unbridled enthusiasm. It's in the camaraderie shared between players and fans, united by their love for the game and the city that never sleeps. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: the story of March Madness in New York City is far from over. It's a story of tradition and innovation, of passion and perseverance, and of the enduring power of basketball to unite and inspire. And as long as there are hoops to be shot and dreams to be chased, the spirit of March Madness will continue to burn bright in the heart of the Big Apple. And there you have it, folks, a journey through the evolution of March Madness in New York City. From its humble beginnings to its current status as a global phenomenon, the story of basketball in the Big Apple is one of passion, perseverance, and pure love for the game. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Your support really helps me make more content and with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for joining me on this epic ride journey of timeless New York City's March Madness. Until next time, keep ballin'.